Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all staying safe and well, and welcome to the latest edition of the Match Day programme watch for the season 2021. At the moment, we have Fulham in the lead, sort of pretty much unassailable with a 9 out of 10 rating at the moment. Not many to go now, so it's going to take something to knock them off top spot, to be honest with you. But yeah, interesting one today. We've got a great cover. I mean, I will have a little thing at the end of the season with the best cover of an away programme this season. But so it is a fantastic cover. But let's see if it's any good. We're going to have a look at this one today. Obviously a fantastic cover using the Paisley City upside down. There's the Palace City there. Excuse me. So great little cover, fantastic, nice little feel. I'll have more on that in a moment. Anyway, join me as we have a look through the Crystal Palace Manchester City programme from the 1st of May 2021, the Premier League game. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notification so when these little vlogs are coming out. That'll be fantastic. And if you'll see all my playlists with all City things, City past, City present, little information vlogs, little specials like this. Lots of different things about Manchester City, from match reviews to previews to this sort of thing. And also you'll see some film and TV stuff as well. If that's any interest, have a quick look at that. If you get fed up with football anytime, have a look at those reviews and information vlogs on there as well. Just something for everyone on film and TV. And if you're not interested yourself, if you know anyone who might be interested, please point in my direction. I'll be very grateful. But it's football today. It's this little programme today we're going to have a look at. And if you need any friends or followers, I do post loads of City stuff on Facebook and Twitter, so seek me out on there. There's a couple of links on the screen. I do check every 3 or 4 days and follow and friend everyone back on there. All comments are very welcome on the match day programmes or anything else to do with City, that's fine. If you can't leave us a comment today, please just give us a little thumbs up. It's nice to get views, but it's nice to get thumbs up. And don't forget, we do a little live. I do a little live vlog now every Monday evening UK time, 5 p.m. for about 90 minutes or so. They've gone over a little bit last couple of times because we've had a bit of fun on those, so please join me for the live show every Monday evening UK time, 5 p.m. Right, Palace versus the Citizens. As I said, yeah, a cracking cover. I really do like that cover. So obviously that's perhaps worrying, certainly better than that one. So at the moment that's probably ahead on ahead of Fulham on the actual the look of the thing. And it's 80 pages, which is good. As you say, I've just recently done one on an Aston Villa programme, which is a bit flimsy, but I mean, it may be to do with saving paper and saving the world, I don't know, but I'm sort of a little bit thinner, but this is a nice thicker one again, 80 pages. We have had 100-page ones plus this season, which is pretty good, a pretty good effort. It's £3.50 to buy. From the actual shop. You can get this one, you get it from the Crystal Palace shop, so that's good. Sometimes you have to go on the internet and pay a little bit more, but this was nicely available at the Crystal Palace shop. Very modern. Just had a quick flick through as you usually do at it. It's very modern. Doesn't look as though there's a lot of history sort of stuff in it though. It doesn't look fantastic on that side of it, which is a bit weak. 14 pages approximately of ads and promos and stuff for obviously the sponsors and stuff like that. So that's not bad. That's fairly good. 14 pages out of 80, so we can live with that. Right, let's have a quick flick through. It's one of these that's very hard to open. You've got to really press down on it to keep it. It's not falling apart though after me sort of pressing down on it to get the pages open, to get the image. You're not quite getting the middle just right though. So obviously, if there's anything goes into the middle, it is sort of ruin it just a little bit. But fortunately, there's no sort of pages that many pages that go onto, from one page to another where it has an effect on it, to be honest with you. So that's not too bad. Like there's a picture of Roy Keane there. You don't really want to see Roy Keane anyway, do we? But just sort of get it down a little bit and sort of press it down to see the image of the thing. But yeah, it's solid enough. As I said, the pages are sticking together. Always have a bit of a sort of go at it to see how sort of solid looking and how long it'll sort of stay in one piece. And yeah, so on that basis, it's okay. As I say, I always prefer a good old-fashioned staple one, but there you go. There, if you look at the very front there, the very first early pages, you can see the sort of the binding in the middle there when you press it down really hard at the outset. Yep. So you got Mr. Roy Hodgson, as you'd expect, talking around. Then you've got Luka Milivojevic, is he the captain? And you've got Steve Parish giving his little 2 pennyworth. Then you get into the first of the articles, and it's a little bit on Townsend, obviously a little piece on And Townsend, the Palace player there. 1, 2, 3 pages, 4, 5 pages, some great old images of the player. I said that one with Roy Keane, not our favourite guy, is he, Mr. Roy Keane? But there you go. But he's talking 7 or 8 in there for England, so he's talking a 7 or 8 page article there, just talking about in generally, mainly to do with football, nothing really that personal, to be honest with you, more about football. Then you've got Coper's Cope, it's called Coper's Cope. Let's have a look at that one. That's off to Paddy. Yeah, it's just all like little items that let's eradicating the ESL, a tough afternoon. So all sort of newsworthy magazine items. Hats off to Paddy. Then you got the usual Junior Eagles. It's nice to have the Junior Eagles. It's nice for these clubs. Let's say Palace are a smaller club, aren't they, to promote the stuff for the juniors as well. So nice quizzes there. You know me, and I'm always good for a quiz. Spot the difference. Badge jumble. There you go. That's an interesting one. I've not done that one before. Badge jumble. Yeah. Walsall, Coventry City, Blackburn Rovers, and Birmingham City. I think there. Just looking at them, I'm not cheated there, so I'm all right. I'm not too bad on badges. I'm all right on badges. I guess who like 4 little components to play. So a nice double page spread there. Then you get the City stuff, and it goes on for. There's quite a lot. I think there's approximately 12 pages of City things, but there's obviously Palace things linked in with it as well. So you get your opening page. And obviously you get stats, what we did last time out, and obviously it's the 1-0 win, of course, over Tottenham, so they're talking about that, which is fantastic. And you get your sort of pen picks and images and stats on the players, etc, etc. Then you get direct comparisons, of course, with players like the goalkeepers, the depths, and the defenders, which is quite good. I like that element of it. As I say, it's a good City thing, a stat pack. Palace have lost 30 of the last 17 Premier League meetings with City, with 1-2 drawn 2, failing to score on 10 occasions. So obviously all the stats, City and Palace stats, and you know me, I'm a stat man, I do like that sort of thing. So they're sort of almost winning me over with that side of it. Obviously information on City currently and Pep Guardiola, etc, etc, and a quiz, great quiz. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't do very well. I didn't have a quick look, 10 questions. I didn't do very well in that, to be honest with you, but there you go. It's a City and Palace quiz. So it's like, who did Crystal Palace sign John Burridge from? Well, I remember John Burridge, of course you do, but I have no idea. So that was good. I mean, the City element is very, very good. The fantasy dinner party, obviously, and you got this guy here, Tony Gale, who made 3 appearances for Crystal Palace, gives his choices. There you go, 3 appearances. Well, you know, he did play for him, didn't he? So he wanted people like Raquel Welch, Kim Basinger, and Tiger Woods at his dinner guests, but you can't blame him for a couple of them anyway, can you? If you're a red-blooded male. And then you get another article, but it's another players thing on an academy player, which is fair enough, talking to him about that. Then you got Voices of South London. It's about clubs' current, past employees or unsung heroes making a difference to those who have found fame. South London is a special place to live, work and experience. This week, Vice Chair of the Crystal Palace Park Trust, Philip Colvin, explains how the park has transformed into one of England's most demanded concert venues for some of our country's largest events. So great images, South. But not really to do with football, just general. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with having sort of information about that sort of thing in the area and what's going on, but not overly exciting for football fans, of course. You got your foundation stuff. A game that changed my career, and they're looking at Hennessy and the 2-0 defeat against City. We're always happy with a win for City, aren't we? That's fine. And then a kit, obviously we always like the Palace kits, don't we? And they do little things on the kits, and they go back to 2015 and 16 and talk about the kit and what it meant, and the fact the sponsors' sort of colours sort of blended in nicely with Palace's own colours, etc, etc, and obviously it's basically talking about that season and about the kit. And then you get the club historian Ian King looks back at the 1991 campaign that saw a Wembley return. And of course, they were in the Zenith Data Systems Cup final against Everton, making it a little bit of a brag here, though. That obviously their fans outnumbered the Everton fans by about 2-1 and turned it into an home game. I think there's 35,000 at Wembley. But hey, I mean, you're around the corner, lads. I mean, these London teams are unbelievable. You know, bit big-headed about the fact that they had 2-1 outnumbered the Everton fans. What do you expect for a Zenith Data Systems Cup final at Wembley that's played a tube ride away, and we obviously us Northern fans have to come down 200 miles, but hey, that's just typical London sort of point of view, as though the world revolves around London. Let's be honest about it. So it's a bit quite funny in a way, but obviously celebrating. They did actually beat Everton that day, so celebrating that. Paddy McCarthy, the message to the players: let's enjoy every last minute of it. When it will be. So there you go. So stuff like that. You got the women's football team that you get, obviously Crystal Palace women, Crystal Palace ladies, a little piece on them. Stats for the season, obviously fixture results as you'd expect, and of course the back page with the thing. And a big flaw for me is obviously not very much on the history side, is there? I mean, obviously that Zenith Data thing is interesting. I mean, they obviously don't get to Wembley as much as some teams do. I mean, the sort of thing we would put in ours, we would have sort of, the full Members' Cup would be coming in ours, wouldn't it, if we didn't have the success we've had over recent seasons. But not very little history. There's a lot of articles on players that are okay if you're perhaps a Palace fan, and this is what it's aimed at, of course. But I'm a Manchester City fan, and buying the programme, I want to sort of read things on City and Palace, perhaps. And there's not very much on City games against Palace. We've got plenty of games against Palace, as you know, but so it's a little bit disappointing on that. The City side rescues it a little bit. There's plenty of pages. As I said, there's direct comparisons with players and lots of stats, etc., etc. But after that cover and the size of it and the feel of it, I was very, very optimistic. But I found it all a bit bland inside, unfortunately. It's a nice layout. It is laid out okay, nothing wrong with it. And even though there's not many adverts and promos, when you open it up, it feels as though there are lots more than there actually is. It just doesn't really inspire. It doesn't really get the old blood flowing for me, anyway, from my point of view of what I want to see in a football programme. So sadly, although the cover will certainly be up there at the end of the season as one of the best covers to a programme, I have no doubt about that. Looking at that programme, fantastic. I just love the fact they put the City Paisley on with the Palace. I'm afraid overall, inside, it's not that great, unfortunately, for me anyway. I mean, if you're a collector yourself, you got this. What do you think? As I say, I'm a bit... and the Puma as well. They are Puma like us, so they have a little Puma badge there, which is nice to see Puma, but... not the greatest. So it's certainly not going to trouble this guy up here. I wouldn't say it was bottom of the league, but I am going to put it just above Swansea City, who sit 17th next to bottom. Aston Villa currently sit bottom. So I'm going to put it in 16th place, which is just above Swansea City, the FA Cup programme against Swansea City. Just above that, because I thought Swansea would say. But all credits, and they produced a programme, and that's more than a lot of clubs have been doing, namely us. Or there's certainly at least three Premier teams haven't produced a hard copy this season. Sadly, City are one, but all credit to Palace for doing one. As I said, tune back in at the end of the season when I do my front cover awards, because I'm sure that cover might just be up there, certainly in the top 5. Who knows where it'll be, but I think it'll be above that one anyway, won't it, as far as the covers are concerned. But sadly, as far as content's concerned, I'm going to give it just going to give it a 6 out of 10 and place it just above the Swansea City programme. So well down on the leader, and with only a couple of away games, so I'm not sure about the whether they'll be producing programmes, but with a couple of away games left, it's looking like Fulham relegation from the Premier League, but look as though they're going to win the Matchday Programme League. So well done. There's always a silver lining to the dark cloud, isn't there, for Fulham? But I'm sure they prefer to stay in the Premiership. But I'm sorry, guys, that's just how it is. But I'll give you that. But it's looking good. It's looking good with a couple of away games still left to feature, of course. Anyway, thanks for joining me for this. Please let me know. Let me know, as I said, if you're a keen programme collector. Of course, I buy older ones all the time, but it's always nice. It's nice to get these newer ones, and there's so much information these days. It's usually a very, very good read, and there's nothing wrong with that. As I said, it's just not quite my sort of thing inside for what I want to read from a football programme that really interests me. So, but there you go. Anyway, thanks for watching. What we're going to do the rest of the day, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other till we meet here again on the Citizen channel, or perhaps have a flick across, have a look at my film and TV channel. All I ever ask you to do is stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.